Our teachers use materials and practices from Columbia University Teachers College in New York to teach us how to read and write. They do this in a way which complements our IB programs. Every year, teacher trainers from Columbia University visit our school for 5 full days to work with our teachers. TIS is one of just a handful of international schools who have this relationship with the Teachers College. In this video, you will learn how we are taught to read at TIS. We call this approach a reading workshop.
Every class in the school follows the same structure. Each workshop starts with a mini lesson.
We sit on the carpet, usually by our reading partners.
Do you remember at the beginning of the year when you first came?
Our teacher first activates our prior knowledge.
To get to know each of you as well. And over the year, I decided to learn about the kind of person you are. I've learned that Ethan, you really enjoy learning about the military and army. Eve, you love New York. And I know that if I ever need to learn about sharks, Jacob is the person to go to. Well, getting to know people in real life is really similar to how we get to know characters.
Then she shares the learning intention with us.
I was wondering, how do we get to know our characters in our books? When I say go, I want you to turn and talk to your partner and have a chat about how we can get to know the character in our book better. Go.
During the mini lesson, there's always some active engagement. Our teacher teaches us a reading strategy. Sometimes she models or shows an example.
Talks and the way that Oprah acts.
She always encourages us to think. Next, we have some independent reading time.
I would like you to get out your fiction book and I want you to start thinking about how does the character in your book act and talk.
We select books based on our own choice and our reading level. This way, we are all challenged. We use charts to remind us about other reading strategies we have learned.
During our independent reading time, she pulls us for a conference. Sometimes she pulls children with the same reading target for a shared conference. Midway through the lesson, we have a mid-lesson teaching point.
I've been noticing that a lot of you have been making some fantastic notes about how your character acts and how your character speaks. What I want you to think about now is what kind of person is your character? Have a look over your notes and have a think about who might your character be.
Often, this is to remind us about the strategy we are working on.
Go.
The lesson ends with a share. This is when we reflect about what we have just learned.
We think about what we each learned and achieved that lesson.